Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer is Best, and I'm in my 1978 Chevy C10 truck, Billy James. It's been a week or two or so, or I don't know, since I've started it. Just got done doing that video on Left Turn Bill, the 84. And I'm waiting for my wife to come home. She should be home just any minute, really. It's unusual for me to be home. And I'm just starting trucks just to have something to do. Got the yard mowed, killed some weeds, cut down some weeds. Trying to get the yard back in shape. I still got to get a hold of the gutter. I got gutter guards, but they still get clogged up there at the top with leaves and such. We've had a bunch of rain, like 5 inches. I don't know when you're seeing this video, but let's move it out here for just a minute. I hope y'all don't mind hanging out with me for just a few minutes. Oh boy. I just like hearing engines run, smelling exhaust fumes. That's kind of like medicine to me. You can see all that mud there. I had it in the garage, but I'm telling you, we had over 5 inches of rain. We might have had 6. We had a ton of it, of rain. And I know some people say in the comments, Jimmy, send me some of that rain, but I wish I could. I don't mind rain if it's kind of a gentle rain, but when it comes down in buckets and there's no place for it to go, then we have a problem. Anyway, this is my 78 C10 truck, Billy James. I did find out something. Let me tell you this. Billy James is a real person. And he was a NASCAR driver. I'll tell you this real quick. Was a NASCAR driver for Dale Earnhardt. And so he knows how to drive, is my point. Anyway, fast forward several years. I've never met the person personally. I have not. But it's my understanding that he went to prison. He got into a lot of trouble. And he might be in prison now. I'm not sure. So, anyway, there's that dumb dirt dauber again. He's seen me. Took off. Anyway, Billy James used to own this truck, and he used to get away from the police, the law, whenever they was after him. I reckon he stayed, from my understanding, he stayed in trouble some. So they'd go after him, and he'd jump ditches and everything else in this truck. So I've had to replace a bunch of panels, fenders, hoods, doors, bed, everything. Cab is still original. But I'm into stuff that's got a story. And this one's got a story, that one's got a good story. If there's a car or a truck that's got a good story about it, then I'm all in. And I don't mind, because I'm stupid, I don't mind trying to resurrect the dead. But this is a second motor and transmission that's been put in this truck. When I got it, didn't have none. Didn't have one. This truck is in sad shape. I'll just say that. You can watch my earlier videos. Just type in, go to Primer is Best, search, and just type in 1978 Chevy C10 truck, Billy James, and you'll see it from its beginnings. Just keep looking. You'll see it. It's all crunched. It was just nothing. Anyway, I was kind of looking at these wheels. I might put this style wheel on my 1985 C10 truck, Tyler. That's the name of it, Tyler. And I was talking to Brian about lowering this truck some more. In my opinion, it needs to be lowered some more. It's just sitting just a little bit too high to my liking. So maybe when he gets done with Tyler, he said he might just look at it and see what all's involved. But this turned out to be a really good truck. Of course, it seems like a lot of the things on this truck for some reason has fought us, you know, where you got to do things twice, like I mentioned about the motor and transmission. I had an old four-wheel drive square body Chevy truck that had a four-wheel drive, but it had a 350 with a 400 turbo. We put it in here and the motor had a little tick. I'd never heard the motor run before. It did run, and I got it here home, but had a little tick in it, and the transmission was really lazy. So you'd have to wait till the transmission warmed up for it to take gear and start moving. So run across this motor and transmission, and GM 1038 and his dad Charlie slid it in there for me. Took the old one out, slid this in. So I owe them a world of thanks. And of course Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop. He's on Facebook, Gas X Chop Shop. AXE is Axe. They've done a lot of metal work and swapping parts and stuff. Every time I found a part for this truck, for instance like a door or a fender or something, or even this hood, everything would be white. Now this truck was originally white with blue insides. I've got red interior in it now. I guess I could show you instead of me. If you're new to the channel, I'm not trying to bore anybody. I'm truly not. The seats from a wrecked truck that I bought, it was wrecked. This seat was in it. The carpet was in it. The dash was in it. Everything red that you see was in the wrecked truck. So I swapped it, put it in here because the interior was completely shot in this old truck. This truck has been used and abused bad. It's a pretty good old truck now. I'll show you the engine real quick. I'm just letting it kind of run for a few minutes, guys. Just letting it run. On mechanical stuff, I prefer new brakes, new brake lines, you know, everything new. I like new mechanical because I'm not a mechanic. But when it comes to, you know, like body parts and stuff, I don't mind, you know, used if they look kind of decent. Now, I'm thinking about in my head redoing this whole thing. I rattle can painted the whole truck, rattle can, and it didn't turn out too bad. I mean, I put my own patina on it, but I think I want to. I think when I have the time, I'm going to re-rattle can the whole truck and maybe not have so much patina on it. I think I went a little bit overboard, and I'm awful bad about that. So I think I might scuff it down and do it again, just because I think I put too much. Now y'all give me your opinion. What do you think? I try to do stuff where I think people's had their hands a lot, opening the tailgate, you know, kind of wore down. Painted the inside of the bed, scuffed it up with rocks, bricks, rocks. Where your arm would be hanging out. You know, just skint places and stuff. You know, it is a 78 model. Brushing up against it. I'm wondering if Billy James ever seen the truck, would he recognize it? I painted the grill, got bumper guards, stuff like that, you know. I do these little places like this just so, like when you're unlocking the door, you know, your keychain would rub it. Stuff like that. Where your fingernails, especially if you're a woman and you're getting in on the passenger side. Where the gas pump handle would rub. Just little things like that, guys. Sure is dirty. I need to wash them all, but with my mother-in-law having that stroke, I just don't have time to do very much. Like I said, I can't believe I'm home now. So, thought I'd spend just a moment and show you Billy James. I know I showed you this truck a couple of weeks ago, whatever, but something to do, trying to get caught up on things here at home, yard work, stuff like that. So anyway, let me know what you think. You're watching Paramedics Best on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, Paramedics Best, Instagram, Paramedics Best. Let me know what you think about this 78 Chevy C10 truck, Billy James. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I appreciate y'all. And God bless each and every one of y'all. Lord's made a beautiful day today. I'm so happy to be alive. Always count your blessings. It could be, even if you're having a bad day, it could be much, much worse. Believe me. Believe me. My wife and I talk about that all the time. We'll say that somebody's had a bad day, or it's a bad day, or I wish this wasn't going on or something, and we always remind ourselves it could be worse. Easily could be worse. So thank the Lord always that you're in the predicament, or that you're being blessed, not predicament, but you're being blessed constantly by the Lord. Pray to the Lord and pray for others. God bless y'all. Catch y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all later.